What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Plague Inc. Evolved. We are back here with the Cure mode, and today we're going to do Bacteria on Mega Brutal. As you can see, I tested a few things. Yeah, we play without advisors. I will do an advisor guide thing later on, but for now I am going to try to show strategies without advisors, if it's viable. I played Fungus earlier and that's incredibly annoying, so we'll see. It's just throbbing defect. Okay, let's start wherever. It doesn't really matter too much. Apparently we are in Europe, so let's send our team over there. So those are the first three you want to grab. Obviously you have to grab this first, where it's like nothing else available. And then I want government partnerships so that they coordinate better, and I want field operatives to send around and explore different countries and help different countries out. We have now detected it. That's the wrong one. Control. Origin country is still unknown, so that was not the origin country. You want to find out the origin country. It's Sweden. Oh, that was Norway. Oops. And now we want to use this. And this contains the virus outbreak a little bit by sending your team there. And we want contact tracing. Because as you can see here, contact tracing. Set up test and trace departments to identify symptomatic people and notify their contacts. Once established, significantly reduce infections and small outbreaks. And right now, at the start, we only have small outbreaks, so it's very effective here. Let's travel to the different countries, and then I will send them to Sweden, because Sweden, as the origin country, is most affected. And then we want to use some of these. This tree reduces infection rate, this tree reduces fatality rate. We don't need any other operations. Right now, we can start developing the vaccine, however. And I want to do that once we can. It costs 17, which is an insane price. But obviously we're playing on Mega Brutal, so we have insane prices going on. There's really nothing we can do about that. Obviously, a lot of these things are incredibly expensive. They can also reduce fatality rate when present, but I don't think that's too necessary. I actually want to get down the infection rate a little bit more. We're now spreading. As you can see, let's speed up the game a little bit. We have our helicopters flying everywhere and discovering the disease in other countries, which allows us to get the resource points. And I now grab this because we are starting to get bigger outbreaks. You can see how our team is working here to reduce the number of infected. We still have a lot of people infected here. Germany is hurting pretty badly, so we'll send it there next. And I want to improve these. I will try several strategies to beating Mega Brutal Bacteria, because, well, there are several strategies for this. This one is very much about containment and using your team to fly around and using the contact tracing, and then going into reducing infection rate. We picked up social distancing and mask wearing. These are very important, and using PPE packages. Finland is starting to be overwhelmed. Send our team there. Next up, I want to reduce the lethality a little bit down here, and we want to invest in our vaccine research. We're mostly confined to Europe, but we are not going to use the quarantine strategy, where we would now quarantine Europe. Instead, we are trying to play this a little bit differently. Deaths cost us a lot and disease spread costs us a lot. So we're having too many deaths right now. Sweden is hugely impacted. Let's get research going a little bit. It's okay, we are still at 48, so we'll just have to make sure we get the fatality rate down a little bit. We're getting a lot of points here and we are decreasing the fatality rate. And as you can see, the compliance risk is relatively high. We're at 5% non-compliance and our infection rates are going down, which is good. We are going to get PPE2 and this here is pretty good because it reduces infection rate and fatality rate. But I'm actually looking at possibly picking up a little bit extra authority, although it's going down very mildly, so... We'll get border monitoring. I mean, obviously we are focusing a lot on limiting the spread by using contact tracing, so border monitoring kind of goes hand in hand with that. We don't really need these three right now. I do want to roll this out. So that once the research is done, we can roll out the vaccine a lot more effectively. We're down to 33 authority, so that's something we need to keep an eye on, because if that reaches 0, we are done. Let's get manufacturing a little bit before the research is done. But you can already see we are limiting the spread of the virus. And yeah, we now have a manufacturing bottleneck. So production is slower than we would like, but that costs 28, so that's pretty insane if you think about it. It is all under control right now. Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of people, but it's just part of the whole thing. There's nothing really we need right now. The rates are low enough that we can just pick up these two. Censorship is not bad. I mean, it freezes authority for 1 month, but it increases non-compliance, so that's not something I necessarily want. We already are up to 10% here, so we could do some government helps. Production is getting along nicely, we have a lot of authority, so right now it's looking very stable. And we should be able to beat it. We reduce non-compliance a little bit this way. So... it's at 12%, 13%. Some of the countries are cured with no cases right now. Let's reduce non-compliance. The vaccine is completed, now we are releasing it, and then we have one, and that's pretty good, I think. I think we did pretty well. Now the last couple of people are cured. And there we go. That's it. We won on Mega Brutal. Obviously you can improve the score, you can... The fatality rate was pretty high in the end, but we've done well, I think. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, with maybe a different strategy, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Farewell!